details, visit brewers.com/on deck.
Victory in the last game over Coppin State as we get set to roll here in Milwaukee. Mentioned the change up in the lineup for Coach Wojciechowski. Marquette. Jamal King will come off the bench and will be in to start. And Marquette controls the tip. Marcus Howard, the very talented junior, already trying to get things going.
Now, Shane, pay attention to the pace of Charleston Southern. They want to get it up and down the court. They want to play fast.
Offensive foul on Charleston Southern, so a quick turnover there. The Hauser brothers out on the court together, Sam and Joey. Sam, the junior, talented player. Joey, the freshman, coming in, who was really integral in that Louisville victory in overtime.
And that first turnover right there by Marquette.
See the coach here, Charleston Southern, Barclay Radabaugh, who just came off his 200th career victory in his 14th season with the Buccaneers. This is their star, Christian Keeling, the junior from Augusta, Georgia. Ball inside to Sellers, and he missed the bunny.
Charleston Southern coaching staff real high on Sellers, a 6'8", 220, a big they don't normally get in lower Division I conference like the Big South.
4 turnovers inside already. Looks like a foul on Anna. Look there at Steve Wojciechowski in his 5th season at Marquette, 77 and 61, the star from Duke University, and now is trying to become a star on the coaching end here at Marquette.
I can tell you what Coach Wojciechowski is upset about when you last saw him. That first possession of Marquette, a turnover. They started the season against Indiana with 4 straight turnovers, live ball turnovers, and that was pretty indicative of those early games at the NIT season tip-off.
Charleston Southern has been unbelievable at turning the ball over on the opponent's end. They're 3rd in the NCAA this year in forced turnovers at 20.7 a game. They'll get into that full court press. Don't expect to see much of that today with the athletes on the Marquette side. And still can't get anything to go. Finally we do. Lysander, the freshman, and the top is off. 2-0 Charleston Southern early.
Getting second chance scoring opportunities, that's something that you have to do when you're on the road to get victories.
Marcus Howard from deep.
Marcus Howard, one of the better three-point shooters in the country. You got to read the scouting report. You can't let him get a sliver of light.
Great pass inside, and Sellers again, a miss at the rim for Charleston Southern. Ball inside to Theo John, and he misses as well.
As I mentioned earlier, you're going to see Charleston Southern, every time they get the ball, push it up in transition, try to get an early look. If not, a lot of dribble weave, pick and roll offense. But this team, heavy diet of three-point shots.
Get the ball in the corner, and they'll have an open look here. And Lysander knocks it down.
Lysander, one of the better three-point shooters for Charleston Southern. And one thing that Coach Redabaugh plays with, he gives his guys a green light to shoot. If they're open, they're going to let it fly.
Same goes for Marquette, and you just cannot leave that man open right there. That's all day for Sam Hauser.
Sam Hauser, one of the glue guys of the nation, one of the more underrated players. Great stroke. Had an opportunity to watch him during preseason, and he's just a fun guy to watch play.
Good drive there from Travis McConaughey. Southern hanging tough early. And this is the press they'll do. Couple of replays of some threes. Looks like Marcus Howard just from the top. And as you mentioned, Steven, you can't leave him open.
And here you got Lysander, and again, a lot of draw and kick. You're going to see the point guards just come to the lane, kick it to the three-pointers, and Hauser, when he gets it anywhere, you got to close out really on either one of the brothers. So you see Hauser on the back of the jersey close out quickly.
Sam Hauser had a great NIT season tip-off tournament in the split affair for Marquette. He went 10 of 20 from downtown and was part of the all-tournament squad. Another three there, and cash for Howard.
Right now you see Charleston Southern in a zone. Very difficult to play Marquette against zone with so many different shooters on the court.
Charleston Southern trying to just find something inside. Great drive there, unable to finish.
Now Marquette will run if they do have numbers, but very, very happy with setting down in their half-court offense.
Jump hook and a miss. And there's Lysander back at the line. This is their star here, Christian Keeling, and that's why. Great drive and the finish.
Great job by Keeling, noticing that they have no rim protection out there for Marquette, attacking the rim.
Ed Morrow with the finish.
Really high on Ed Morrow, a big, great skill set down on the block, something that they haven't had with numbers.
And that is no surprise. Chartouni with the steal and the finish, and one. Joseph Chartouni led the NCAA in steals a year ago.
Marcus Howard on the Naismith, Kuzi, basically on the all-wet jumper list. Do not leave him alone. That will happen. Offense to defense. Chartouni, one of the best in the land, and steals. You let him do that. Buckets for Chartouni.
Wisconsin.
Fox College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. As we welcome you back here to Milwaukee, 13-9 early for Marquette. Just about 5 minutes played in this first half. They're taking on Charleston Southern. 4-2 this year. You see there in the Big South Conference, just about 3,500 or so students in one of the best cities in America, Charleston, South Carolina. Some of the best food in America, that's for sure.
Absolutely, especially seafood. You get down there, those crab cakes, put on weight cakes.
Mid-range for Keeling really is his bread and butter, but unable to convert there.
One thing about Keeling is he, dabbled a little bit in the NBA draft, put his name in there, and actually got a workout for the Bucks. And coming back this year with him, playing with a lot more poise, and I'm all for guys putting their name in there and see where they stand. As long as you use it positively, and you can see the way he's done that with the way he's playing this year.
Great move inside for Ed Morrow.
And that's the danger for Charleston Southern when you play that 1-2-2 zone on a team like Marquette. That can dice you with their passing. Able to get an easy look for Marquette.
Marquette on a 6-0 run. And they'll get the ball back.
And Morrow doing a great job going up straight, defending the rim.
There you see Christian Keeling, 20 points, 12 assists, 11 rebounds in that triple-double. He's averaging over 20 points a game this season. You mentioned dabbling in the NBA draft. He got to meet Giannis and some of the players on the Bucks and decided to come back for another season here at Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern not able to get any continuity offensively early on. Credit the defense of Marquette, really preventing them from getting those easy looks off their pick and roll offense.
Dontrell Schuler, shot clock at 10, and Jones spots up and cashes it.
Right there you saw a read by Charleston Southern. Marquette trying to ice the pick and roll, and Ty Jones did a good job. He slipped it, popped back up, hit it to them, and Charleston Southern basically is 4 out, 1 in. All those players on the perimeter can knock down threes.
Chartouni gets it inside to Morrow. He's been effective there already. Good pump fake. And in the quarter. And that's where you want it. Sam Hauser, another three.
Marquette doing a good job making the basketball go side to side, creating defensive shift, getting an open look for Sam Hauser.
6 points for Hauser early. And Marquette up 6.
Not a one-on-one basketball right now for Charleston Southern.
There's those quick hands of Chartouni. Unable to convert that. Let the ball stay right here to Marquette.
And here you're seeing the pick and roll offense. Good job reversing the basketball. And Charleston Southern's going to use the pick and roll. Nice read by Ty Jones. Slips it, pops up, knocks down the three. And great ball reversal. Marquette, quick passes. Sam Hauser in that corner pocket where he likes to receive it. Knocked it down.
His brother Joey in for him.
Talking about the Hauser brothers early on with Coach Wojo, and both of them readily admit that younger brother Joey, better all-around athlete, more versatile. Sam right now, though, playing with confidence. Great shooter.
It's a foul on Ty Jones, his second. He'll quickly head to the bench. Timmy Sellers in for him. He can hit the three as well. He decides to pass it up. He gets it to a man that can almost as good as anybody in the country. But Howard a bit strong with that one.
Rebound there by Brendan Bailey, son of Thurl Bailey of Utah Jazz. Father won a title, NC State. Brendan off a Mormon mission, 2 years older, which is really beneficial for guys as far as their body. Playing exceptionally well early in the preseason. Kind of hit a little bit of freshman rut, but they are so high on his ability.
Morrow inside. And that is an easy finish, and Marquette on a bit of a run now. They're up 8.
Morrow's a guy that's been playing with a high degree of confidence, particularly in the offensive side of the court. They love his defensive ability as well.
Bit strong inside for Schuler. Marquette on the run. Said he could hit it, but a little strong with that one is Joey Hauser.
Even though they missed the shot, that's a good offensive possession.
Another steal for Joseph Chartouni. 3 steals already. for the steal leader a year ago in the NCAA.
I'm pretty sure Chartouni heard me during shoot-around because I was talking to the SID, and I'm telling him, like, look, this is not the Patriot League. He is not going to be leading the NCAA from the Big East. Look, when you get the great finishers, you get it to their sweet spot, but a lot of times that sweet spot is right in the paint. Ed Morrow with the bucket.
Welcome you back, and they've been hot early from three.
Yeah, both Howard and Hauser 2 for 3, 4 for 6 as a team, and Marquette doing an exceptional job of finding the open shooter, and the shooters are finding their spot, being shot ready, and receiving the basketball, and that's what great teams do. You pass up good shots for great shots. Marquette doing that early on, which is why they have a nice 8-point lead here at the Fiserv Arena.
Howard, 3.3 threes a game a year ago, was 13th nationally. Sam Hauser led the Big East in three-point shooting a year ago, nearly 50%. Charleston Southern on the run, again a miss near the rim.
Charleston Southern getting the opportunity, just not able to. Oh my goodness.
Big finish from Bailey.
Okay, that's not something that normal people can do. The freshman coast to go. Oh my goodness.
6'8" freshman from Salt Lake City with the big finish. All of a sudden Marquette up 10. Heelan trying to get something going. Beautiful move and a finish inside.
One thing that Charleston Southern will do, they're either going to shoot the three or attack the rim. A lot of very confident ball handlers that do a good job of reading the defense and attacking gaps.
Missed three there for Howard.
Brendan Bailey. Nice rim running. Sees the defense. Goes over the defense. Another look, and that's outside the lane. I need to call Thurl at halftime. I need to ask him when his son beat him one-on-one because, man, I don't know if I ever would have played him one-on-one.
That was springy. That was pretty springy.
And one thing about Brendan is he's got the offensive skill set. Can shoot from the outside. Nice floater. You saw the bounce, the ball handling ability.
Turnover from Marquette. Quick shot from Howard from three. Gets another one to go. Marcus Howard doing what he does. 9 points.
Just really good defense by Marquette early on.
Travis McConaughey, jumper from the free throw line.
McConaughey is a good stretch four in the Big South League. Now in transition, Marquette doing an exceptional job early on of looking ahead with the basketball. You see Brendan Bailey throwing it out to Hauser. Hauser across court to Howard. Right there, you touch two sides of the court, not allowing the defense to wall up and allowing your shooters to find their spot.
Quick rip and quick hands from the freshman. Bailey wide open in the corner, but that a hair strong. Rebound from Joey Hauser, and you don't want to leave that man open. But that one doesn't go, and a travel there from Theo John. Looks like a little bit of a shove there.
Theo John, not to be confused with Little John of Robin Hood. Getting the muscles out there.
He's 6'9", 240.
That's a for real 240. Sometimes you just got to remind people. And that's what Theo John did on that last possession. Noticing every time Marquette ices the pick and roll, goes out and does that hard hedge, Charleston Southern will slip that and pop the big to the three-point line.
The 6th turnover already for Charleston Southern. Just a little sloppy with the ball early as we eclipse the 10-minute mark in this first half.
And that's something that you're really going to expect from Charleston Southern. You got to remember, they have 7 freshmen this year on that basketball team, so a lot of inexperience.
Second foul on Timmy Sellers. Foul Bowser checks in, the 6'9" freshman from South Carolina.
Bowser's and Sellers, two bigs for Charleston Southern that had Coach Redabaugh so excited because teams, lower D1 schools, don't get that type of size and athleticism.
Well played from Dede Buskey there.
Careless pass by Marcus Howard on that last possession.
The steal and the save. Conoco again. Mid-range, but that one doesn't fall. And again, Marquette on the run. Wide open look. A&M not able to convert.
The important thing for Marquette is not to get into the pace of Charleston Southern because they are one of the best in the country at forcing teams to play faster than they want to.
7th turnover. And the most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Coward is bold, unique, and outspoken, and you can see him on the Herd weekdays on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Charleston Southern in that full press.
You see Charleston Southern extending their defense, really more of an escort pressure.
Joey trying to get it into his brother Sam. That'll be another turnover on Marquette.
These last 2 minutes for both teams have been a little bit sloppy. Careless play.
Charleston Southern driving and pulling up on their dribble. This a jumper for Schuler and a foul for Manham. We'll take a break. Marquette is cruising here at home. They're up 9.
The shots have to be on time. They can't be here. There is no flat. We don't have a flat. You got to get here, you get a foul. You got to get here and send it back that way. And then on the defensive end, every time the shot goes up, you got to box out.
Charleston Southern has struggled early, 7 of 18 from the field.
Well, and you notice one thing Coach Redabaugh was doing, not necessarily coaching, but coaching up. You got 7 freshmen, 12 of the 15 players are underclassmen. So he knows there's going to be mistakes. He knows that these guys are coming in here wide-eyed, looking around. He's going to be patient with them, but he wants them to get confidence throughout the season. So I love what he was talking to his team about. Like, look, stay back. You got to take the shot, make the shot, pass it to the players, but knock down the shot.
Dontrell Schuler, the freshman from Columbia, South Carolina. His first 2 points of the evening.
Dontrell right now is the best freshman of the group for Charleston Southern. Against Florida State, they really struggled to score the ball. Dontrell did an exceptional job getting to the rim, creating his own shot. Good two-way player for Charleston Southern. You see Charleston Southern trapping the pick and roll player now, really disrupting that pick and roll.
Well, that'll work. Chartouni from deep gets the roll.
There you see the benefit of grad transfers. Chartouni, a guy, played at Fordham, led the nation in steals, 3rd in steals his junior year, and playing with a lot of poise early on, and gives Coach Wojciechowski an additional ball handler.
Another miss for Charleston Southern. And again, Marquette on the run. Chartouni came in just 1 steal this season. He's already got 3 steals. He averaged over 3 steals a year ago, and so back to his old ways. Sweet little move inside, and another couple for Marcus Howard.
And one thing Marcus Howard has always shown the ability to do is to attack the rim, and you close out on that three-point shot, and he can put it on the bounce.
Howard already with 11 points. A little more conventional play offensively for Charleston Southern. Sean Price with the jumper. Straight up three from the top, not able to get it to go is Joey Hauser.
Again, one thing you can't get lulled into by Charleston Southern is playing at that faster pace. The average possession length for the opposition against Charleston Southern is 15.9 seconds. That top 9 in the country, which means they get you to play faster than you want to play.
Schuler, a little contact on that jumper. Charleston Southern trying to get the roll, and unable to get it. Good rebound inside and a foul.
Chartouni. Find the three-point line, see the three-point line. Look, not only can I get steals, but I also can make buckets for distance. And then Howard, you play me for the three. Nice hesitation. Pulls it up, floater in the lane. Showing all his offensive skill set early on in this first half.
Travis McConaughey not able to knock down the first of a couple of free throws.
You saw Coach Wojciechowski work on multiple defensive sets of Charleston Southern during shoot-around this morning. And he said not normal do they see this early in the season a team that plays so many different defenses. Right now you see a little escort pressure. You see the 1-2-2 they played, the half-court trap. And it's really beneficial to see that early on because you use that memory and that success against it throughout the season. Oh, nice look.
Howard with a beautiful pass inside. Bailey with the finish.
And that's a design play out of timeout. Defense just fell asleep. Brendan Bailey went backside for the easy bucket.
Keelan with the drive. Beautiful kick outside. Finds Jones for the three. Ty Jones knocks it down. He's got 6. Looking for contacts. Theo John not going to get that call. Keeling with a pass inside, just off the back of Marquette.
Marcus Howard in the horn set, and Bailey just goes behind the pick of Theo John. And you see Howard just waiting for it, and defensively they get held up. No weak side help, but you have to have even Brendan Bailey wide open for an easy and perfectly executed play by Marquette.
Keeling's trying to get to that mid-range, and they're going to cut it off every time, and that an offensive foul on Sellers.
See, right now you just have too much ball sticking with Charleston Southern. Ball's in one player's hand, pounding the rock, and the defense of Marquette is just set in the lane. Really not able to get any easy look for Charleston Southern.
3 fouls on Timmy Sellers. He'll head to the bench. Duncan Lysander checks in for him. Two and beautiful drive from Sammy. Unable to get that to go. I think he got hit possibly in the face. Keeling splits the D. Foul on Marquette. Mentioned it's a little chilly. You don't want to be outside. You want to be in here with us. Marquette leads. We'll be right back.
It's done with St. John's. He's got basketball. Got a nice influx of talent. Some transfers. And hey, whatever you got to do to build it up and create some buzz. And, you know, he's got people excited about playing for St. John's. And they're playing exciting brand of basketball, Shamari Pons. That's must-see TV right there.
Another foul on Charleston Southern.
You know, early in the first 2-3 minutes of this game, the press and the traps of Charleston Southern really affected Marquette, but after that, the senior and the experience of Marquette really came through and hadn't been an issue since.
Sam Hauser with the foul to turn the ball right back over. That's his second. Joey Hauser and Joseph Chartouni check in for Marquette. Another beautiful move inside from Christian Keeling. You can understand why he was out here trying out with the Bucks and doing some NBA draft work. And Keeling again. Quick timeout for Woj. 2 in a row for Christian Keeling. He's starting to roll.
Chris showing ability off the bounce, taking Chartouni into the painted area. Nice turnaround, and then again one-on-one scoring ability. Finds his pace, finds his spot. And Christian Keeling leading the charge for Charleston Southern. Got them within 4.
There's a reason he was projected on that first team Big South Conference preseason all-conference team, and all of a sudden Charleston Southern on a 7-0 run. Get the ball inside to your freshman. Joey Hauser with his first bucket of the game. Good shot from Lysander. Another foul on Sam Hauser. His second.
Really good defensive transition defense for Charleston Southern. You see the throw up to Sam Hauser. And then Charleston Southern defensively gets outside the restricted lane. Nice charge, and that's the type of momentum shift plays that you have to have. And going into halftime, if they're able to keep this pace, Charleston Southern is right where they want to be.
Shot clock down to 8. Keeling will just take it himself. Comes up short with the deep 3.
And that was not a good offensive possession by Charleston Southern.
Well, big game Saturday is back with a huge triple header on Fox. Louisville takes on Seton Hall. Top-rated Gonzaga battles Creighton. And number 5 Nevada squares off with USC. It all starts Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Gonzaga all of a sudden with that number 1 seed next to him early in their season. Sam Hauser on the free throw line. Normally when he sits there, go ahead and count them. This season alone, 92% from the free throw line.
And not only that, though, Marquette as a whole, 80% from the line, top 8 in the country. So that's really important once you get into those close basketball games in conference season. The ability to win close basketball game is found on the free throw line.
Xander touches nothing with that corner 3. Howard wanted a foul at that beautiful move as drove. Looks like he got stripped, and Keeling going that right side again. Bailey blocks it.
And that's one thing you have to have when you're dribbling or attacking the rim. You have to know your personnel. Look, you're going against Brendan Bailey, and while he might be a freshman, he's 6'8" and long. That was an opportunity for Christian Keeling to kick it out to an open shooter.
Shot clock down to 8. drive. And another turnover on Charleston Southern.
And again, for Charleston Southern, they are really littered with careless turnovers, and you have players trying to do too much ball handling, ball sticking. You got to move it with the pass. The defense of Marquette never has to shift sides. I don't know one time where I've seen the ball go side to side for Charleston Southern.
Hauser trying to force one there. Just a minute left in this first half. And Mosander drives into the body of Sam Hauser. And that his third foul. Well, coming up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee Halftime Report, we take a look at the Big East Conference Freshman Fundamentals program, plus some first half highlights and analysis. That all coming up at half. Duncan Mosander to the line. Misses the front end. Chartouni, beautiful drop off. And with the finish.
A lot of options for Chartouni while he attacked the basket and went for the easy basket under the rim. But that's what happens when you press or trap at half court. If you don't get it, you allow multiple gaps.
Good look there. Blusky just couldn't convert it. Just 17 seconds left. Marquette trying to extend this 10-point lead.
Good half, I feel, for Charleston Southern. Didn't shoot particularly well. A lot of turnovers, but only 10 down.
Hauser with the lane, and that is just off the front of the rim. Marquette up 10 at half. Howard impressive in the opening. Marquette 38-28. They are up 10. Some impressive shooting from outside. Charleston Southern been a little sloppy with the ball. We'll be back after the break. Marquette has taken control. A little bit of a sloppy move with a couple minutes left. Fox College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee as we get set for the second half. Charleston Southern down 10 to Marquette. Both teams 4-2. This is the third meeting all time between these two programs. Howard with 11 to start. This game's been impressive thus far.
I can guarantee you there was not a lot of silence in the Marquette locker room at halftime with those 10 turnovers. Not something Coach Wojciechowski would be thrilled about.
Quick drive inside, something we didn't quite see early in this game from Charleston Southern, but that will be a foul on the Buccaneers.
You saw the size of Marquette really affect Blusky on that drive. Not able to really get a clear side of the rim. And that's really what they like about Theo John. He improved his rim protecting ability, scoring down on the block, and that's something they didn't have as much last year with Marquette.
Fourth foul for Timmy Sellers, so quickly to the bench.
Nice pass.
Keely trying to push it for Charleston Southern, and another turnover, and another steal for Chartouni, and a beautiful finish.
Chartouni just a step ahead of Charleston Southern.
This man is everywhere. Coach Wojciechowski talks about how long his arms are. get the tie up, and possession arrow to Marquette.
Look at that anticipation, just jumps the pass, gets his hands out there, and a lot of times when you have great defensive players, particularly with steals, you have a feel for the game. The other part, look, you just got to take a risk, because if you don't get the steal, then your man's going to be open, your team's going to be suspect. So Chartouni really has a great defensive feel for the game. And this is the first game this season that he showed that ability that led him to lead the nation last year in steals.
He's got 7 of them already today. Joseph Chartouni. Big block inside for Bowser.
Little over penetration on that possession by Sakara Annam. Look, you draw the defense and you don't always have to take the shot. Kick it out to your open shooters, and that's one thing that Marquette has plenty of.
Chartouni deep 3. And why not? Feeling it. It's got 10, 7 steals, 10 points.
Look, when you got them as many steals as Chartouni has in the game, it allows you a little bit of breathing room.
You can shoot that shot if you do that?
Absolutely. That was a heat check from the steal check.
Chartouni graduated from Fordham. He's here for graduate school. To finish up his eligibility, and Howard just short on that 3, gets his own rebound, and the defense there, and a turnover for Marquette. How about that drive? T.Y. Jones, nearly coast to coast.
Got some ugly basketball the first 3 minutes of the second half. Neither team playing composed at all.
Beautiful pass from Chartouni. Another miss from Marcus Howard. Missed a couple 3s here already.
Chartouni, after a couple steals in the second half, look, if you don't respect the shooter definitely doesn't respect the defense. Chartouni measuring up, knocking it down.
Steven, when I played NBA Jam, that was worth 4 points if you shot it from that logo.
Where Chartouni is playing right now like he is in a video game. Way ahead defensively. They have his defensive statistics on 99.
Chartouni misses with the 3. The ball will stay with Marquette.
Chartouni's that player in the video games when, you know, you're up by 20 and then the opposition just like makes these ridiculous hook shots from half court and getting steals not even there. Yeah, that's Chartouni right now.
Joey Hauser inside. Friendly roll for the freshman.
Officials trying to clean it up a little bit on the interior. Theo, John, and Bowser looking like they're locking it up. Joey Hauser, nice back end move. Patience in the paint, and that's something that you can't teach.
Get it inside to Theo. Beautiful move in the hook shot. His first points of the game, and a quick timeout from Charleston Southern. Theo John, first couple of points. Marquette now up 15.
What's out?
Marquette up 47-32, and I want to take a look at this last possession on the interior. Big men, do your work early, but perimeter, find me, give me the ball. Theo John open for 2 seconds. Look, Marcus Howard, one of the best jump shooters in the country, but your job will be so much easier if you give Theo the rock early. Then defenses are going to converge on him. He's going to get more open looks, but when your bigs do the work early, give him the rock early. Make Theo John happy.
Theo averaging nearly 8 points a game early in this season. That's his first bucket of the night. Marquette defense defense just swarming in this half court.
Well, it's a lot easier because Charleston Southern has no movement. You get a guy with the basketball, he pounds the rock, and the defensive shift. I haven't seen Marquette's defense have to move.
McConaughey settles for the three, unable to convert.
And Shane, if you notice on that possession, no blue jerseys inside the paint. Marquette really didn't even have to try hard for that offense or defensive rebound.
Joseph Chartouni having himself a night. 13.7 steals.
Chartouni playing like he's been in the Big East his whole career.
Marquette on a 7-0 run. Ends right there from Dontrell Shuler. Trying to make that same move he was successful with a couple minutes ago. Jones with the rip. McConaughey in and out for three.
And that's the shot that Charleston Southern wanted, just not able to knock it down. Great corner three look.
Howard another missed three here in the second half. And Jones from the corner, and that one was good. He's got 11.
One thing about Charleston Southern is they do have the ability to make threes, and they shoot a lot of them. So if they do get hot, this game's definitely not out of reach. Joseph Chartouni last year led the NCAA in steals. This year he's leading this game in points, and he's just making it happen. I like that guy.
Wisconsin.
Well, it's been the Joseph Chartouni show in this second half. 13-point lead for Marquette. We know he can steal the ball. He's been impressive defensively, but he's also been ripping it up offensively.
Yeah, you see his great feel defensively, and a lot of times when you have defensive players, they don't have to be the most athletic, the quickest, but you have to understand the game. And Joseph Chartouni, understanding time, space, and his defensive assignment with 7 steals. Marquette record for steals is at 10, and we got 14 and a half minutes to go.
That record goes back to 1981. Michael Wilson did it against Xavier. Michael Wilson put the champagne on ice for now. Pass inside off the fingers of Bowser. And what's crazy, Chartouni has had 7 steals 2 times in his career already. This is first time in Marquette, but 2 times already as he had 7 rips.
Difficult plays to guard. Nice pick and pop. Chartouni to Hauser.
Muskie inside, but again, can't convert it. The ball will stay here for Charleston Southern.
Chartouni, nice pick and pop. Sam Hauser gets to his spot, knocks it down, and Sam Hauser leads Marquette and is in the standing in the Big East as one of the leaders in point guards, rebounds, field goal percentage. I mean, this is a guy that gets everything done and does it in that blue-collar style of play. Just puts his head down and gets to work.
He's got that NBA look to his three-point shot, too. Set, pop.
See Charleston Southern with their full court pressure, really trying to change the rhythm of the basketball game. Hasn't been a lot of flow in this game. Turnovers, fouls, and I think it's really affected Charleston Southern more than it has Marquette.
Schuler with his second foul. Wide open in the corner is the freshman, Brendan Bailey.
You know, they talked about Brendan Bailey, played really well in preseason. First basketball game, actually made the first point here at Fiserv Arena. Did not score again until against Kansas. And this is the type of game that can get a young player like that the confidence that he needs to get back on track.
Schuler short with that three. Hustle play there from Brendan Bailey to save that.
You're just seeing the height and athleticism by Marquette. Crowd not liking that call.
Finally able to get something to go here in the second half. Marquette on a 9-0 run.
Asleep on the inbound plays. Sam Hauser. Ref, hurry, give me the ball, he's open. One of the better three-point shooters in the land. Wide open, Marcus Howard. Money.
10.org.
Fox College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Marquette up 59-37 as we listen in to Barclay Radebach.
Down to 15 by the next media timeout. We're better than we're playing. We're better than we're playing.
And what's really important about that is he wants the Buccaneers to work in manageable blocks. Look, we're not going to get 10 points in 2 minutes. Next media timeout, let's knock 7 off and just ease into it. You're not going to have a 7-point shot. Just work hard, get back into this basketball game.
Radebach coming off his 200th career victory over Compton State. Morrow with the foul. That's his third.
And Morrow got tripped up and just kind of tripped into the opposition. Nothing he could do on that possession. Just shake that one off, big fella. That's not what you do.
And an over-hustle play there. That's his 4th foul, so 2 fouls in about 6 seconds for the junior.
Well, the obvious inclination for most players, you make a mistake, you want to make up for it, but you don't want to make up for it in that fashion by immediately fouling again.
Hear the crowd cheer. That Help checks in.
Help was starting at the beginning of the season, or was projected in the starting lineup, but now he's that third big. Again, the depth on the interior is something that Marquette hasn't had in a while.
Beautiful move inside there from Dontrell Schuler.
And again, a great look by Schuler, recognizing that the rim protector, Ed Morrow, on the bench, and immediately attacks the paint.
Ball will stay with Marquette.
No, you gotta get there.
Chartouni trying to get it in to Matt Helt. Unable to hold on to that one.
Good transition defense by Marquette.
Timmy Sellers trying to do a little too much with two Marquette Golden Eagles on him.
Weak side defense. Marquette walling up and not allowing even to get an offensive look. Charleston Southern has to do some better passing, inside out, find the open man, really trying to force the issue too much.
Chartouni, Sam Hauser in the corner. Every weekday morning, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, weekdays from 9:30 a.m. to noon Eastern only on FS1.
Shannon's a big LeBron fan, right?
Loves LeBron.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the best player in the universe, so not mad at that at all.
They started to kind of find their form in Los Angeles. Seems like he's got the young guys rocking and rolling a bit.
I mean, that's what he does. He makes players better.
Refs are looking at this last play here.
And what they're looking at is the hook and hold. So you see Sellers had Helt's arm hooked right there at the bottom. And the determination is, did Sellers have it hooked or did Helt had it hooked? Looked to me like Sellers had that hook. Now, I don't know who they made the call on initially, but what they can do is look at that, and that's a reviewable play this year, and determine where the foul lies.
Will be on Marquette.
Looked like Sellers had Matt Helt kind of locked down there.
He had Matt Helt help.
Yeah, a lot of help. No help for Helt.
Dontrell Schuler all of a sudden is the offensive force for Charleston Southern.
And that's the same role that Dontrell played against Florida State. One of the lone offensive bright spots for the Buccaneers in that game. Attacked, created offense, and he can create space. His ability on the bounce, and he's a two-way player with great defensive play as well.
Good look in the quarter, and another three from Brendan Bailey. His 10th point.
Nice curl action by Hauser and found Bailey in the corner. And Marquette has so many good shooters. You have slashers with Annam and really just so much ability. Really difficult to defend with their ability to spread the floor.
9 on the shot clock. Keelan trying to do so much himself, and Annam impressive defensively. Will be Marquette's ball.
Marquette with really good ball movement. Hauser with the curl action, and Bailey sitting there on the corner just waiting. And defensively, so many moving parts that Charleston Southern has to try to contend with. Not doing a great job, but again, you got to point to the execution of Marquette. Finely tuned offensive machine on that possession, really getting to the spots that they wanted to get to.
Brendan Bailey came into the game 2 for 11 from outside this season. He's 2 for 3 today. He's had easy looks. I mean, they've given the ball to him. No hand in his face, able to convert.
And that's what you want. I mean, he came into this game really struggling offensively. Played really well early in the preseason during the exhibition games. Scored the first bucket here and then really kind of lost his way. But you're going to find that with freshmen because you have to contend with the physicality, the speed, so many different factors. Playing hard every possession, but he's definitely a guy who has a high upside with his dad, Thurl Bailey, former NBA star.
And you're going to have good with a freshman. You're going to have bad with a freshman. Timmy Sellers, freshman for Charleston Southern, just fouled out of the game. And another three for Bailey. That one off the mark.
Well, Sellers and Bowers for Charleston Southern. That's something that in the Big South, you're not going to find a lot of 6'8", 220 players. So once they get into conference play, they feel like they're going to be able to really dominate with those two.
Duncan Lysander knocks down that three. He's got 8.
Charleston can't be comfortable just trading buckets, which is what they've been doing in the second half. Got to draw a line in the sand defensively.
Beautiful look from Howard. And finishes it.
Marquette just patient offensively, taking what the defense giving them.
And a rip for Marcus Howard. Smart pass. Sam Hauser going to go to the line.
Little inside game. Nice pass. Sakara Anim. Easy basket. Simple basket. That's what we like.
Be sharp. Think casual. They got that last 4-minute war. They got 3 layups. Our defensive intensity can't go down. We got to maintain it. Okay? Go through matchups.
Let's take a look at the Jeep Grand Cherokee stat comparison. Marquette in control with just under 8 minutes left. You see the bench points for Marquette, nearly 30 off the bench.
Yeah, not only that, but the points in the paint, which really shows the lack of rim protection by the Buccaneers and the ability of Marquette repeatedly to get inside that paint and score effectively.
Go ahead and take a picture of what just happened. Sam Hauser missing a free throw. He missed one all season long up until this game.
And when you saw Coach Wojciechowski talking in that timeout, what he was telling his team, look, we're not playing the score. It's basically 0-0. We're playing our game. We're trying to get better defensively. Do not get casual, because casual will get you defeated in the Big East.
Good finish inside. And Steven, they got a big game coming up. I mean, you know, they've got to be sharp. And they'll take on K-State on the 10th.
Yeah, Bruce Weber will have K-State ready to play.
Theo John with his signature move inside.
And I really hope that they start establishing Theo John early in basketball games. He's shown the ability off that left hook to go inside the paint. Nice body, nice ability down low. And, you know, you give your big men some love down the block, they're going to help you out a lot more during the game.
Schuler just throws that up, and somehow Christian Keeling comes up with it. He's got 12. Bowser. Mentioned K-State upcoming. A look at what Marquette's got on their schedule through the holiday season. K-State, UTEP, Wisconsin, North Dakota, and Buffalo. 7 games in a row at home starting tonight.
And, you know, as a coach, you like playing at home. That means more practice time, the ability to get in the type of situations that you feel you're going to see throughout the season. But yeah, K-State, Bruce Weber, a coach that likes to play half court, slow down, grind it out basketball.
Got to be disciplined when you play K-State. That'll be something they'll have to clean up.
Right now, Charleston Southern doubling the pick and roll. Nice hard hedge on Chartouni.
Marquette in control. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. Marquette up 21. Just about 6 minutes left to go in this one. Look at the weekly honors here in the Big East. Pons averaging 33.5 points in 2 games. Incredible. And Reeves, your freshman of the week.
Shamari Pons, rather, preseason player of the year in the Big East. And that's what he does, puts up buckets. Chris Mullins has them playing an exciting brand of basketball.
A win tonight, they are 6-0. Hustle play there for Marcus Howard.
Just too casual with the pass, Charleston Southern.
Joey Hauser with about as good a look as you're ever going to see. Unable to knock it down. Conoco will head to the line. Start your day with First Things First. Join Chris Carter, Nick Wright, and Jenna Wolf for the best sports show on television. Weekday mornings at 6:30 Eastern on FS1. Theo John with his 3rd foul.
Travis McConico played in junior college in a nice stretch 4. Been a really good player for the Buccaneers, and they're looking for a lot of leadership from him this year with all those freshmen, 7 freshmen for the Buccaneers this year incoming.
Howard for 3. Crowd getting into it a little late. He's got 17. Every time Christian Keeling gets the ball inside, they just swarm. Chartouni had a piece of that. Theo John is just begging for it. He'll get called with an offensive foul.
Marquette all game long, great ball movement, inside, out. Theo John hitting one of the better 3-point shooters in the Big East. Marcus Howard, who knocked it down, and look, it's almost like playing an air guitar, just as easy. Marquette really doing a good job on the pick and roll action of Charleston Southern. Jamal Cain all over that pick and roll action, really playing some in-your-face defense.
Charleston Southern just hasn't been able to find any offense really all game long, especially in the second half. Jones with the miss, and Marquette will be back at it. Quick hands there for McConico, and that will be a foul on Chartouni. Just about 3.5 minutes left. Marquette is rolling. 2:46 Marquette, 3:37 left. Jumper there from Lysander.
You're going to see that pressure by Charleston Southern, and it's really important this last 3 minutes of this game. Both teams just work on things to get better for the season. These early pre-conference games, just try to put your team in situations that will benefit them once conference season comes along.
Joey Hauser was wide open in the corner.
So as promised, called Thurl Bailey at halftime. Asked him, look, when's the last time or the first time your son beat you in one-on-one? He said his last year of high school basketball, Brendan Bailey dunked on his dad. Said it was a very humbling experience. Now, if you know Thurl Bailey, he's humble anyway, great guy. But man, getting dunked on by your son, being an NBA star, Utah Jazz, NC State, with Brendan Bailey showing those hops in high school. But I will say the air is thinner in Salt Lake, so that might have helped Brendan a little bit. But
Stephen,
for the callback.
If you're an ex-NFL, if you're an ex-NBA player, and that happens, is that the moment you say, all right, I'm hanging up the shoes? That's my last game.
I mean, that does a lot of damage to your psyche. I will tell you. I mean, you're going through some weeks of just sitting on the couch, just your world is rocked, but you're happy for your son. And I know Thurl's extremely happy for his son. He played a very good game tonight.
Had a chance right there to finish, not able to convert it. This man right here with 7 steals. That's the most for a Marquette player since 2009. Dominic James did it against Seton Hall. Throws away, and Keeling with a beautiful left-handed finish. Keeling averages 20 points a game early in this season. He's got 14 this evening against Marquette.
Yeah, I think they're looking to see if Keeling reached in while the ball was out of bounds.
That looks to be the call. Brendan Bailey shooting the free throws.
Brendan was perfect from the line, 4-4 before this game. Look at Marquette, and one of the things that's impressed me this year about the way that they played is the improvement defensively. I talked to Coach Wojciechowski before the game, and they just talked about that's all we did. And you are what you repeatedly do in preseason, offseason. All they worked on was defense and getting better as a defensive unit.
Keeling another solid finish inside. He's got 16 added to that total late in this game, just under a minute and a half to play.
Big move by Jamal Kane. Attacking the paint. Strong pump fake, playing through contact. I think Chartouni, though, might be the biggest get for Marquette. You got a experienced, proven ball handler, one of the better defensive player in the country, led the NCAA in steals last year. But having down the stretch in the Big East, a guy like Chartouni who can let Marcus Howard play off the ball, because he's not a natural point guard. Chartouni is a player that, like you saw right there, will set the table for his team. think in late stretch games, you're going to see a lot of Chartouni and Marcus Howard playing together with Sam Hauser.
Averaging 21 minutes a game is Chartouni, and you're not going to fill up the stat sheet on the points in, but as you said, gets the steals, makes the right play, plays really suffocating defense, and he's the type of player you want on your team, like you said, late in the season.
Yeah, a very capable shooter. And again, he has such poise, doesn't get sped up. Been in those type of situations before, and that's where the grad transfers can be beneficial to a team. When you can get a guy like that, that can be a very important component to be in that upper echelon of the Big East.
Nathan Payne checks into the game for Charleston Southern.
Checking in for the Buccaneers, 33,
Looks like Christian Keeling's night will end. Solid night for Keeling. 18 points, 8 of 13 shooting, 6 rebounds. Marquette will move to 5-2 as they get set for Kansas State.
It's a game that both coaches, I think, are going to want to forget. Charleston Southern with 17 turnovers and Marquette with 19. Not a very efficiently played game on either end.
Marquette has 21. That is it. A win at home. They improve to 4-0 in the new stadium. 5-2 on the year. Chartouni with 13 points, 6 assists and 7 steals. We mentioned the 7 steals, the most since 2009. Dominique James doing that against Seton House. We will take a look at Joseph Chartouni. The Canadian was everywhere on both sides. Look good from outside. You see there, 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 7 steals. That's his 3rd career game. First game at Marquette with 7 steals. Joseph Chartouni was impressive. Coach Wojciechowski joins us in. First things first. You get Joseph Chartouni on your team this year, you know, the graduate senior, and he seems to be the type of player that can do all the little things, and he did it tonight.
Yeah, I thought Joseph gave us a great spark coming off the bench. You know, his defense, his ability to get steals and get us out in transition, get a few easy baskets for himself and for his teammates was really good. The other thing, he really sees the floor well. And, you know, he would have had a double-figure assist night. We just missed some shots we normally make.
Marcus Howard did what he does, made threes, set his teammates up. What has he meant for your team this year, the way he's played early on?
You know, Marcus is a great player, and you know, he's got a little bit of the flu bug. He was thrown up at halftime, but he's been a great leader by example. He's been a great leader vocally. You know, he had some really good shots tonight that he normally makes. Better for him to miss him in a 20-point game than a close game. So, but he's a great player. He's one of the best guards in the country for sure.
Now, Charleston Southern plays with a lot of pace. Right now, 9th in the country as far as opponent pace for when they play. 19 turnovers. I know that's something that I'm sure you were talking about at halftime with 10. How were they able to speed you guys up and create turnovers like that?
You know, I thought our turnovers were because we weren't strong with the ball. And sometimes we tried to hit home runs when we should have been hitting singles. But you know, that's an area we got to continue to get better at. And we're not playing nearly as strong as we're capable with the ball. But you know, they came into the game averaging 83 points a game, and we held them to 55 points and 36% from the field. So overall, you know, it's not a bad defensive effort.
Now, you've already played Kansas, #2 in the country, Indiana, Louisville. You got a busy month coming up. Got K-State, Bruce Weber around the corner. quick turnaround, no rest for the weary.
Yeah, again, I don't know what they're ranked or whatever, but they're as good a team as we played all year. And, you know, they're a veteran team. They were in the Elite Eight last year. Could have very easily been a Final Four team, and they have most of the key cogs back. So, huge game for us. You know, hopefully we'll have a great environment here in Fiserv. We're certainly going to need it.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach. Congrats on the win. Marquette improves to 5-2. And as we mentioned, the upcoming schedule includes Kansas State, Wisconsin, and Buffalo. And you see all three of those teams ranked. Kansas State will be a formidable foe. That will be December 10th. As we welcome you back in, final thoughts on a win for Marquette. You mentioned it wasn't necessarily the prettiest of victories, but they came in and did what they had to do.
No, it wasn't pretty at all, but for a coach, you get better. And are we better after this game than we were previously? Are we improving on the things that we need to improve on? Brendan Bailey, I think he found himself this game. Nice offensive stroke. Really saw what he can do offensively, but really the story of the game to me is Chartouni. I mean, this is a guy that led the nation in steals last year, came into this game, found his comfort spot with Marquette, and that is a gift that's going to keep on giving all year long because it allows Marcus Howard to play off the ball, gives you that defensive presence, and he can shoot the three. So great game for Marquette, ugly game, but yeah, this is a game that you're not going to review much on film, but it's good for them to get that win.
You mentioned Chartouni, 13 points, 6 assists, 7 steals. He was the story of the game. Marquette finishes off Charleston Southern 76-55. They improve to 5-2 with Kansas State up next. Once again, that is our final score, 76-55 for Stephen Howard and our entire crew. I'm Shane Bacon saying so long from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Marquette, the victor.